How do you measure cost savings or opportunity cost savings from outsourcing? Traditionally, one would think that the cost arbitrage from outsourcing and or any cost saving comes from paying a lower rate of labor cost deployment by having a resource working offshore. So that's a direct cost saving vis-a-vis a resource, an in-house team member working on a task, for example. But what about um, the opportunity costs of your time? If you're a CEO or a senior management team member and you are undertaking tasks which are not the best use of your time, even though you might do them perfectly. And this happens a lot in small businesses where business owners are often scrambling to be everything from being the chief salesperson through to being the accountant, being the IT person, depending on the resource constraints within the business. But there's an opportunity cost of time, an opportunity cost of your time. And if a outsourced resource does those tasks, then how do you measure that opportunity cost saving of your time that you can then devote to more client facing tasks, more tasks that generate revenue instead of tasks that are administrative or compliance based in nature but still needs to be done in a resource constrained environment. Then the third layer of cost optimization is where there's an opportunity to charge the work done by the outsourced team to your end clients. We see that a lot for our law firm or professional services firm clients, where work undertaken by Team SBA is can be on charge by the practice to end clients. So the real revenue multiplier in that situation is not just the lower deployment cost of engaging Team SBA, but also the on the ability to on charge that deployment cost to end clients at whatever margin that the firm thinks is reasonable in such a situation. But that creates another layer of cost optimization for the business or the practice when you use an outsourced team. And the fourth aspect of cost optimization in this context is what is the cost of real estate, of rent, electricity, payroll tax, for example, workers' compensation, superannuation, all this traditionally with an inverted comma indirect costs that you have to incur um, in the context of operations or deploying new team members in administration processes or in back office processes. So can you quantify that cost? Because often that is a cost that a percentage is assigned but necessarily not quantified. So if you add up the baseline cost arbitrage of deploying an offshore team, add to that your opportunity cost saving of not having to do certain tasks um, and and the consequent um, time saving that brings, the ability to on charge the work done by the offshore team to end clients at a at whatever margin you feel is reasonable, and the optimization um, of costs from saving on indirect costs like rent, electricity rates, um, superannuation, workers' compensation, and all of that. Um, how does then the true cost optimization from having an outsourced team look like for your business or for your practice? So these are the steps that we normally would ask any of our clients to review in the context of the true benefit from having Team be a partner with the in-house team to optimize the resource deployment in any sort of an engagement or deployment.